Thank you. Obviously, much happier locker room than we've had in the last 3 games, and I think these guys really have earned it. I think we were getting better during that stretch, and I think obviously when you play really good teams, you're going to have adversity and things not always go your way. And how you respond to that, how you use those experiences to grow, I think tells us a lot about the character of the young men in our locker room, and I couldn't be happier for them. And obviously our big fellow sitting down here at the end of the table to my left was Steve. Thought he really played really well today, and his counterpart Nolan did as well, and along with everybody else. And just when you have 19 assists and 3 turnovers, that tells you just the unselfishness and how the ball moved. Thought we did some good things. Obviously, as a coach, I'll always find the things that we have to get better at. But we beat a good Butler team that obviously right here in their backyard we knew would be a little bit of a road environment for us, which is good. We're going to be in other environments like this. But you know, I thought a great event. We always love coming to Indianapolis. They do such a terrific job with basketball events, whether it's Big Ten tournaments, NCAA Final Fours, regionals, or events like this. They just they know how to do basketball. So, except we're proud of our guys. We're able to continue to improve, and I'll let you guys ask questions of Steve and Nolan.
Hey guys, Nick with 247 Sports. You know, Steve, kind of going off what Coach Gard said, how did you make like a concerted effort to really be aggressive from the jump, and you guys set the tone on both ends?
Like Coach Gard always tells me, I don't think you can't flip a switch when the game starts. So like he said, these past few practices, we've been really getting into it and making a concerted effort to just be aggressive as a team. And I think the big thing is just being coachable, coming in every day, and just we're working our asses off. So paid off tonight, and hopefully going forward it does too.
Hey Stephen, Kyle, Sports Report, good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like sitting next to Nolan? You're the 5th-year guy.
Yeah.
He's the young guy you mentored last year, mentoring this year. What's it like for you to see him succeed? I watched you guys talking on the bench and kind of coaching him up, as a coach on the bench. But what's it like for you to see him succeed?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Like you said, I've seen him grow from last year to this year. It's been a huge jump for him. He's been doing great this year, and I feel like that's one of my duties as a 5th-year senior is to leave the place better than you came in, and just showing him the ropes, and he's been great and doing a great job. So.
Nolan, today is a career high for you as far as points goes, and it seems like these last few games, scoring wise, things are kind of coming together for you a little bit. Just share with us a little bit about what you feel is working, where you feel especially, you're making some gains that's kind of resulting in some better production.
Yeah, I just feel like for me, all the credit goes to the coaches and our guards getting us the ball in good positions for us to score. And from a coaching standpoint, just giving me all the confidence in the world to keep shooting, keep attacking, keep doing what I do, just knowing my game. So just playing more confident out there, knowing that I'm able to do some stuff that maybe I haven't been doing recently. And and like I said, the guards are finding me and Steve really well tonight, and we're finishing.
Steve, I'm guessing the last couple of weeks haven't been easy for you. Your first couple takes tonight, it looks like you went right through the chest of some people. Is it safe to say, you had kind of a fire under you, and is that how, you want to play going forward?
No, for sure. I mean, you always want to play like that, but I just got to keep giving credit to my teammates and my coaches pushing me these past few weeks. And like I go back to the first question, just being coachable, I think is the big thing. You can't point fingers. You got to look yourself in the mirror and just figure it out. It's a part of the season, ups and downs. So hopefully continue that going forward for sure.
For both of you guys, just wanted to get your thoughts on, what's the feeling kind of putting this, past 3-game stretch behind you and, kind of getting that off your back?
Yeah, it feels great to be in the win column. Obviously, that's where you always want to be. So, like Steve kind of mentioned earlier, it was a great week of practice for us. We got after it, and I feel like every day we got a little bit better. And to see it kind of pan out how we wanted it to tonight, it was a good feeling. It was a happy locker room, and yeah, we're all excited to be in the win column.
Anything else for the players? Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right, Coach.
Questions for Coach? Raise your hand. 1, 2, and then 3.
Coach, you've always been high on Nolan and kind of his ceiling offensively, but to do, and I spent a lot of time on Telford tonight. And what did you just kind of think of his performance to kind of really take him out of the game? I think he finished with 2 field goals. One of them was that kind of awkward one that went off the glass there.
Yeah, I thought all the guys that guarded Telford, that's a hard matchup because of his size and his ability to put the ball on the floor, and he's powerful enough around the paint, and they obviously go to him a lot. But Nolan, obviously, did a really good job. I think his size at 7 feet is something I always tell him can be to his advantage. He can play with his length and guard smaller, maybe perceived faster guys. And that's a great experience for him today. And I thought Carter Gilmore was terrific on him as well. I know we had Tanji on him a little bit at times, but primarily it was Winter and Amos had him for a little bit when he was in, but primarily Winter and Gilmore. And those two guys, when you hold a player of his caliber, 3 for 10, whatever he was, that's a really good night. There weren't many easy shots, weren't easy looks for him. We were able to exchange a lot of things when he did get involved in ball screens and make sure he couldn't get down lane lines for the most part. We get down one in the first half, or second half. I thought it was on the other end, but by and large, a really good job, and those two guys primarily are the reason for it.
Greg was a 14-point game at half, and then Butler cut it to 5, and your guys came up with a response there to really kind of separate themselves the rest of the game. I mean, just can you speak to that stretch and just kind of the value of those kind of experiences for this team as they kind of move forward?
Yeah, I think it's a game of runs. They're going to make a run back at us, and specifically coming out of the half, they did that the other night against North Dakota State. They get down, and second half they were really aggressive, and we talked about that at halftime. That what we had seen from them in other games when they had been in that position, knowing that Telford had spent a lot of time on the bench in foul trouble, he was going to be really aggressive. And 20 minutes and a lot of possessions there, 30-some possessions in the second half, you're going to have, for the most part, a good team's not going to lay down, right? And they're going to keep finding a way to bounce back. And I thought defensively we got a little not as bristled as we had been, and then it was nice to see in the timeouts. I didn't say a whole lot because the team was talking to each other about what was really important, and the stops and the rebounding were the important things, and knowing that if we get the offensive end, they were figuring out what we could get and where we could attack, and as long as we do that, we were going to have good shots. I don't know if we took too many bad shots all night or all day, but it was the other end where I listened to them. You always want the best coach teams are player coach teams. I can't play, so it's they, and really never could, but they were taking responsibility for when Butler made that little run to, all right, let's get things back under control and extend this lead back out. They did a good job of that.
Greg, John Blackwell, 5 assists, no turnovers tonight. Just how did he really kind of help facilitate the offense?
Yeah, I think he took what was there. He didn't force too many things. We had talked about that after Illinois, that we needed him to distribute a little bit more, and even trying to play him a little bit more off the ball, using McGee and Janicki more in the primary handling, get him ahead in transition, get him up on a wing, and let him do that. And that's still a work in progress, but for him to respond and have five assists, no turnovers is good, because that shows me growth from him.
Coach Kyle, Sports Report. Let's talk about Nolan and Steve again. A few years ago, Painter had Travion sacrificed for Zach. What's it like for you to see Steve sacrifice for Nolan, and just like he talked about, for the good of the team and the growth of the program?
Yeah, I mean, that's you recruit first and foremost people that want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. We talk a lot about playing for what's on the front of the jersey. I know in today's world there's a lot of the back of the jersey focus in our landscape, but you have unselfish people in your locker room, and they understand that Steve knew he had to play better. He hadn't played real well, and he knows it. He's the first to admit it. But to be able to respond, but also help his other teammates, and his teammates were very supportive of him. They challenged him. They got after him just like I did, and said, "Hey, you're better than this." And it's good to see, you know, a great response, and that doesn't happen if you don't have high character people in your locker room, which we have.
Thanks, Coach.
Anything else for Coach?